Life was never meant to be a struggle. Abundance is your birthright, and money is simply energy that responds to your thoughts, your words, and your faith. When you speak in harmony with divine law, prosperity comes to you with ease, not by force or fear. The universe is not withholding from you. It is waiting for you to align with its infinite supply. Money flows easily to the one who knows that supply is unlimited and comes from an unseen source. This source works through channels, jobs, opportunities, ideas. But the source itself is spirit, and spirit is never limited. When you declare, "Money flows easily to me," you are breaking the chains of worry and entering into the law of abundance. Every word you speak is a decree. If you say, "I never have enough," then you will never have enough. If you say, "I always have more than enough," you align with plenty, speak words of wealth, and believe they are true, even when appearances show lack. Appearances are temporary shadows. The truth is eternal supply. The law works through expectation. Expectation is faith in action. If you expect bills, you get bills. If you expect blessings, you receive blessings. Do not dwell on what you fear, for fear magnetizes the very thing you dread. Instead, affirm with confidence, "All that I need comes to me in perfect timing and perfect ways." Release struggle. The harder you grasp at money, the more it runs from you. Money loves freedom, joy, and gratitude. Give thanks for what you have, and you will multiply it. Bless your bills, bless your bank account, and bless every penny that passes through your hands. Blessing brings increase, complaining brings decrease. The spiritual path to abundance is simple. Speak it, believe it, expect it, give thanks for it. Money flows easily to the one who knows the truth. Supply is infinite, and abundance is here now. Align with that truth today, and watch how life opens its treasure house to you. Abundance is your birthright, and money is energy that responds to your thoughts and words. You were never created for lack, limitation, or struggle. You were created for plenty, for expansion, for joy, and for freedom. The universe operates under divine law, and that law is one of abundance and increase. When you truly understand that you are a spiritual being connected to an infinite source, you realize that supply is limitless. It is not confined to your job, your business, or the economy. These are merely channels through which abundance flows, but the source itself is infinite and cannot be exhausted. Money is not just paper or coins. It is energy. It moves according to the vibration you hold in your mind and heart. If your thoughts are filled with fear, doubt, and worry, you create resistance in the flow of this energy. You block the natural current that wants to bring prosperity into your life. On the other hand, if your thoughts are saturated with faith, gratitude, and expectation of good, you create an open channel through which money can flow easily and effortlessly. Your words carry creative power. Every time you speak, you are sending out a decree into the universe. When you say, "I can't afford that," or "money never stays with me," you are setting in motion forces that match those words. The law does not question your intention, it simply fulfills your declaration. That is why it is so important to guard your speech and to speak words of abundance. Say with confidence and conviction, "I am always provided for. Money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways. I always have more than enough." These words are not empty statements. They are spiritual commands that align you with the reality of supply. The more you affirm them with faith, the more you draw to yourself the experiences that match them. What you continually think about and speak about becomes your reality. This is not wishful thinking. This is a spiritual law in action. You must understand that abundance begins in consciousness, not in your bank account. The outer world is a reflection of the inner world. If you hold thoughts of limitation, If you constantly rehearse lack in your mind, you will see that very lack show up in your experience. But when you hold thoughts of plenty, when you meditate on the truth that there is no shortage in the divine source, you start to see evidence of that truth in your daily life. Opportunities appear, doors open, and money begins to flow in ways you could not have planned. The key is to shift from fear to faith, from doubt to certainty. Fear repels money because it lowers your vibration and closes the channel of supply. Faith, on the other hand, attracts money because it aligns you with the creative power of the universe. So choose your thoughts wisely, choose your words carefully, speak life into your finances, speak increase into your affairs, and speak gratitude for what you already have. Remember, abundance is your birthright, and money will always respond to the thoughts you hold and the words you speak. When you claim it, believe it, and speak it, the flow of prosperity becomes natural, effortless, and inevitable. Every spoken word is a decree. Speak wealth, not lack. Words are not mere sounds. They are creative forces that shape your reality. Every time you speak, you release energy that sets in motion circumstances, opportunities, and outcomes that match the vibration of those words. When you understand this truth, you realize that careless speech is dangerous and powerful speech is transformative. The law of the spoken word works whether you believe in it or not, because it is a universal principle. Just as gravity operates without your permission, the law of words operates according to what you declare. What you consistently speak about, you eventually experience. When you say, "I never have enough money," you have issued a decree, and that decree will shape your circumstances. You have ordered lack to manifest in your life, and the universe must respond because it is obedient to your command. Words carry faith or fear, and both produce after their kind. Fear-filled words attract more situations to fear, and faith-filled words attract blessings and abundance. That is why it is essential to discipline your tongue and use it as an instrument of prosperity rather than an instrument of destruction. Speak wealth, not lack. Speak success, not failure. Speak health, not sickness. When you speak abundance, you align yourself with the universal supply that is always available to you. You cannot afford to joke about being broke, even in a playful manner, because the subconscious mind does not understand humor. It accepts every word as truth and begins to create according to what it hears repeatedly. If you constantly speak about debt, bills, and financial struggle, you reinforce the very condition you are trying to escape. Instead, speak of increase, overflow, and plenty. Say, "Money comes to me easily and in abundance. Everything I need is supplied to me in divine order." These statements are not just affirmations. They are spiritual laws being activated through your voice. Your spoken word is like planting seeds in the soil of the universe. If you plant seeds of poverty through negative speech, you will harvest lack. If you plant seeds of prosperity through positive declarations, you will reap abundance. The key is consistency. One positive statement cannot override a lifetime of negative declarations unless it is repeated with conviction and faith. You must train your tongue to become a tool for creation rather than destruction. The easiest way to do this is to make a habit of speaking only what you desire, never what you fear. When bills come, bless them and say, "Thank you that these are already paid in full." When expenses arise, declare, "I always have more than enough to cover every need and every desire." These words may feel unnatural at first, especially if your current reality shows lack, but remember, appearances are temporary. Words shape appearances. Speak as if abundance is already yours, because in truth it is. The universe holds limitless supply for you, and your words are the key that unlocks the door. The more you speak wealth, the more you feel wealthy, and the more you feel wealthy, the more wealth flows to you. Never let your tongue be a servant of fear. Make it a channel for faith. Use it to command prosperity into your life and to decree the good that already belongs to you. Every spoken word is a decree, so let your decrees be rich, powerful, and filled with the certainty of abundance. Appearances of lack are temporary. The truth is unlimited supply. What you see with your physical eyes is only the outer manifestation of past thoughts and beliefs. It is not the ultimate reality. The spiritual truth is that the universe is abundant, overflowing with more than enough for every living soul. There is no shortage in the infinite source. Shortage only exists in the human mind, and when you accept that illusion as truth, you bind yourself to the experience of lack. But when you see beyond appearances and hold fast to the truth of unlimited supply, you begin to change the conditions of your life from within. Many people live in fear because of what they see: an empty wallet, unpaid bills, a bank account with little or nothing. These are shadows, not substance. They are the result of past thinking, past speaking, and past emotions. The moment you understand that appearances can change and that they have no power except the power you give them, you step into your authority as a creator. You were given dominion over your world through your thoughts and words, not through worry and anxiety. If you continue to rehearse lack in your mind and speak it with your mouth, you reinforce it. But if you speak abundance even in the face of empty appearances, you call forth a new reality. The truth is that supply is unlimited and always available. It is like the air you breathe, ever present, invisible, and free flowing. You do not fear running out of air because you know there is enough for everyone. Money and opportunities are the same. They flow through divine channels when you remove the blocks of fear, doubt, and negative expectation. Lack is only a temporary condition, like a cloud passing across the sun. The sun is still shining even when you cannot see it, and abundance is still present even when appearances say otherwise. Do not be deceived by the outer picture. Appearances lie, but truth remains unchanged. When you train yourself to focus on the truth of abundance rather than the illusion of lack, everything begins to shift. Say to yourself, I refuse to be moved by what I see. I know that divine supply is here now. I know that every need is met and more. This affirmation lifts your vibration and opens the way for provision to appear. The universe responds to faith, not to fear. Fear magnifies lack. Faith multiplies supply. The person who complains about how bad things are will keep experiencing bad conditions, while the person who blesses and gives thanks for what they have will see it multiplied. Gratitude unlocks the storehouse of heaven because it is an acknowledgement of the truth. There is no limitation in spirit. You may not see the evidence immediately, but the moment you align with the truth of unlimited supply, things start to move. Ideas come, opportunities show up, unexpected income flows in. All of this happens because you stopped bowing to appearances and started standing in the authority of truth. Hold your vision of abundance firmly and speak words that agree with that vision. Never let temporary appearances shake your confidence. They are only the remnants of old beliefs, and they will pass away when replaced with the consciousness of plenty. Remember, appearances of lack are temporary, but the truth of unlimited supply is eternal. Align with that truth, and no condition can hold you back from the prosperity that is already yours by divine right. Expectation shapes reality. Expect blessings, not burdens. What you expect, you attract. Expectation is faith in motion, the unseen force that pulls experiences toward you. When you expect good, you draw good into your life. When you expect struggle, disappointment, and lack, you unconsciously invite those very things to appear. The law is precise. What you deeply believe and expect becomes the framework of your reality. Life mirrors the images you hold in your heart and mind. Every event, every circumstance is magnetized by the vibration of your expectation. Many people pray for abundance while expecting lack. They speak words of prosperity, yet their hearts secretly anticipate more bills, more delays, more struggle. This divided mind produces confusion and delay. The universe responds to your dominant vibration, and that vibration is revealed in your expectation. If you believe that blessings are rare, that money is hard to earn, or that success only comes to others, you will create experiences that match those beliefs. But the moment you begin to expect blessings as your natural state, doors open. The universe rushes to confirm what you hold as true. Expectation is not wishing, it is knowing. Wishing comes from uncertainty, but expectation flows from confidence. When you expect something, you make room for it in your mind and in your life. You prepare for it. You speak as if it is already here. If you expect blessings, you stop worrying about lack because you know provision is on its way. That is the attitude that draws abundance. Expectation is a magnet. It pulls circumstances, people, and opportunities into harmony with what you anticipate. Think of a farmer planting seeds. He does not wonder if the seeds will grow. He expects them to grow. He prepares the soil, waters the ground, and watches for the harvest. He knows the law of growth is certain. In the same way, you must plant seeds of abundance in your mind and expect them to flourish. Do not dig them up with doubt or choke them with fear. Protect your expectation like a precious garden. Feed it with gratitude and positive words. Every time you affirm, "Something good is coming to me today," you strengthen that expectation and draw good closer. When you expect blessings, your actions align with that expectation. You carry yourself with confidence. You speak with authority. You make decisions from a place of faith instead of fear. Opportunities appear because you are tuned to see them. Conversely, when you expect burdens, you focus on obstacles and your energy repels the very good you desire. You may not realize it, but expectation shapes the lens through which you see life, and that lens determines what you notice and what you miss. Even when appearances suggest delay or difficulty, hold your expectation firm. Say, "I know blessings are on the way. I expect favor. I expect increase. I expect open doors." This unwavering attitude creates a magnetic field of good around you. The universe cannot resist a mind filled with positive expectation because that mind is in harmony with divine law. You were never created to anticipate struggle. You were created to anticipate good. Expect blessings in every area of your life: health, relationships, finances, opportunities, and they will appear in ways you could not have imagined. Expectation shapes reality, so let your expectation be filled with faith, joy, and certainty that the best is not coming. It is already here. Gratitude and blessing increase your supply, while fear and complaint block it. Gratitude is a spiritual magnet that draws more good into your life. It is the key that unlocks the storehouse of the universe. When you give thanks for what you already have, no matter how small, you multiply it. The moment you express genuine gratitude, you align with the frequency of abundance because you are affirming that there is already good in your life. You shift your focus from what is missing to what is present, and what you focus on expands. This is a spiritual law as certain as gravity. What you bless increases. What you complain about diminishes. Many people wonder why their lives do not change, even though they work hard and pray for more. They overlook one powerful truth: a heart full of fear and complaint cannot receive blessings. When you complain, you reinforce lack. When you dwell on what you do not have, you close the door to what you desire. Fear and negativity create resistance in the flow of supply, like a dam blocking the current of a river. You may be asking for more, but your attitude is signaling the opposite. The universe responds to your dominant vibration, and gratitude carries a high vibration of abundance, while fear drags you into the low vibration of scarcity. The quickest way to transform your financial situation is to begin blessing everything connected to your life. Bless your money, no matter how little it seems. Bless your wallet, your bank account, your home, your job, your opportunities. Speak words like, I bless this money, and it multiplies for my highest good. These blessings are not empty words, they are declarations that infuse your finances with positive energy. Even bills can be blessed. Instead of dreading them, say, I bless this bill, and I am thankful for the service it represents. I know the money to pay it is already on its way. This attitude dissolves fear and opens the flow of abundance. Gratitude is also a signal of faith. It says, I trust the source of my supply. I know more is coming. When you give thanks in advance for blessings you have not yet seen, you activate a law of increase that works without fail. Begin each day by saying, I am grateful for the abundance that flows to me today. At night, review your blessings and give thanks for every provision, every opportunity, every unexpected gift. The more you acknowledge, the more you attract. Fear and complaint, on the other hand, create lack because they declare to the universe that you believe in limitation. If you say, I never have enough, that becomes your experience. If you constantly talk about rising prices, unpaid bills, and financial problems, you magnetize more of the same. Negative words and thoughts build a wall between you and your good. Gratitude tears down that wall and lets the blessings flow freely. Choose today to make gratitude your daily practice. Bless everything that concerns you, even those things that seem small or insignificant. Be thankful for what you have and for what is on its way. When you live in a spirit of gratitude, you create a continuous flow of good. Fear and complaint cannot survive in a grateful heart. Gratitude is the language of abundance, and blessing is the key that multiplies your supply. Use them both, and you will see increase in every area of your life. The path to abundance: speak, believe, expect, and give thanks as if it is already yours. Every great manifestation begins with a word, and that word must be spoken with faith. Speech is the starting point of creation because words carry vibration and energy. When you declare, I am prosperous, you are not just uttering sounds, you are shaping the unseen substance of life into form. Your words are commands to the universe, and they do not return void. To walk the path of abundance, you must train your tongue to speak only what you desire, never what you fear. Stop saying, I can't afford it, or USTAS with me. Replace those phrases with powerful affirmations. Money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways. I always have more than enough. Speak these words daily and speak them as if they are already true. But speaking alone is not enough. You must believe what you speak. Belief is the power that gives life to your words. Without belief, your words are empty sounds that carry no creative force. Belief means absolute confidence that what you desire is already prepared for you in the unseen. When you believe, you do not waver. You do not look at the present circumstances and say, it's not working. You know the law is working, even when you cannot see it yet. Belief is the bridge between the invisible and the visible, the spiritual and the material. If you doubt, you delay. If you believe, you accelerate. Faith-filled belief is the foundation on which abundance is built. Expectation is the next step, and it is just as important. Expectation is faith in action. It is the mental attitude that says, I know it's coming and I'm ready to receive it. When you expect abundance, you stop worrying about how it will happen because you trust the process. You prepare for your good as though it were already on its way. You make decisions from a place of confidence rather than fear. Expectation opens the door wide for opportunities and ideas to flow to you. If you expect bills, you'll get bills. If you expect blessings, you'll get blessings. The law is impartial and responds to the dominant vibration of your expectation. Finally, give thanks as if it is already yours. Gratitude is the most powerful expression of faith because it acknowledges the reality of your desire before it appears. When you say, "Thank you for the money that is flowing to me now," you are affirming that your good already exists in the spiritual realm and is making its way into your life. Gratitude dissolves fear and replaces it with peace. It lifts your vibration and aligns you with the frequency of abundance. The person who is thankful for small things will soon have big things to celebrate because gratitude multiplies everything it touches. Begin and end your day with thanksgiving for the abundance that is already present and for the blessings that are on their way. This is the path to abundance. Speak the word with authority, believe it without doubt, expect it with confidence, and give thanks as though it is already yours. When you practice these 4 steps consistently, lack disappears and overflow becomes your new reality. The universe has more than enough for you, and the moment you align with these principles, you step into the endless flow of prosperity that has always been yours by divine right. So today, choose to align with the truth. Speak words that build, believe with unwavering faith, expect blessings without fear, and give thanks as if every desire is already fulfilled. The universe is abundant and you are part of that abundance. Let go of struggle, release worry, and step into the flow of prosperity that is already moving toward you. Say it with confidence, money flows easily to me. I live in unlimited supply. I am open to receive now. Hold that vibration, walk in that truth, and watch as life begins to mirror the abundance you have claimed. The flow is here. The question is, are you ready to receive?